Good morning. My name is Sister Marie Catherine, and I am a sister in Calgary, Canada, in our mission house of the St. John Paul II House. The first reading for today is from 1 Samuel chapter 9, verses 1 to 4, 17 to 19, chapter 10, verse 1a. There was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, son of Abiel, son of Zeror, son of Bechorath, son of Aphiah, a Benjaminite, a man of wealth. He had a son whose name was Saul, a handsome young man. There was not a man among the people of Israel more handsome than he. He stood head and shoulders above everyone else. Now the donkeys of Kish, Saul's father, had strayed. So Kish said to his son Saul, "Take one of the boys with you. Go and look for the donkeys." He passed through the hill country of Ephraim and passed through the land of Shalisha, but did not find them. And they passed through the land of Shalaim, but they were not there. Then he passed through the land of Benjamin, but they did not find them. When Samuel saw Saul, the Lord told him, "Here is the man of whom I spoke to you. He it is who shall rule over my people." Then Saul approached Samuel inside the gate and said, "Tell me, please, where is the house of the seer?" Samuel answered Saul, "I am the seer. Go up before me to the shrine, for today you shall eat with me, and in the morning I will let you go, and will tell you all that is on your mind." Samuel took a vial of oil and poured it on his head and kissed him. He said, "The Lord has anointed you ruler over his people Israel. You shall reign over the people of the Lord, and you will save them from the hands of their enemies all around." So we continue today with our journey through 1 Samuel. We saw throughout this week the story of Samuel himself and have slowly been continuing along in the book. And here we encounter Saul. And Saul is to be anointed the first king. And the next king, of course, will be King David. But first we have Saul. And in this reading today, the theme that stood out to me was how the Lord can use ordinary things to bring about his glory. We have this example of Saul being sent to look for donkeys that have missing, especially in this time period. We may not have donkeys today, but we all have something that we feel that we lack, that there's something that we should have that we don't. And the Lord can use our ordinary life, the things that we need to do in our day. He can even use our poverty, what we don't have, to bring us to encounter his mercy and encounter his glory. That even in our poverty, he comes to us and he anoints us. He chooses us for the glory of his name, for the building up of his kingdom, and for his service. We will see within the scriptures that there is glory for the king, but truly to be a king is to serve and protect the people. So I pray that this day will be an opportunity to see how the Lord comes to encounter you when you feel like you are lacking something. But to allow the Lord into those places and allow his Holy Spirit to anoint you and to then lead you into service for the building of his kingdom. The psalm today is Psalm 21. Lord, your strength gives joy to the king. In your strength the king rejoices, O Lord, and in your help how greatly he exalts. You have given him his heart's desire, and have not withheld the request of his lips. For you meet him with rich blessings. You set a crown of fine gold on his head. He asked you for life, you gave it to him, length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through your help. Splendor and majesty you bestow on him. You bestow on him blessings forever. You make him glad with the joy of your presence. This psalm asks us a question. Where do our riches come from? In this psalm, we have, the main person is the king, but the king rejoices in the strength of the Lord, and in the Lord's help, the king exalts. The king's glory is great through the Lord's help. So although he is a king, he knows where the true riches lie. He knows where his strength comes from. He knows his heart's desire. He knows where glory and blessing come from. So I ask this question to you. Do you rejoice in the strength of the Lord? Are you aware of how much he helps you? Of how many graces he pours out upon you? The psalm says, you have given him his heart's desire. Truly, what is your heart's desire? What are you thirsting for? The Lord knows, and the Lord wishes to pour it out into your life. Not just what we think we want, but truly our deepest, deepest desire. He asked you for life and you gave it to him. What life are we really looking for? A life spent in indulgence and selfishness? A life spent seeking your own fulfillment? Or a life spent in service? A life poured out for the glory of God? A life poured out for the salvation of souls? A life that has meaning even in difficult moments, even in struggle? A life that has greater joys than you can imagine. Today's gospel is Mark chapter 2, verses 13 to 17. Jesus went out beside the sea. The whole crowd gathered around him, and he taught them. As he was walking along, he saw Levi, son of Alphaeus, sitting at the tax booth, and he said to him, "Follow me." And he got up and followed him. And as Jesus sat at dinner in Levi's house, many tax collectors and sinners were also sitting with Jesus and his disciples, for there were many who followed him. When the scribes of the Pharisees saw that he was eating with sinners and tax collectors, they said to his disciples, "Why does he eat with tax collectors and sinners?" When Jesus heard this, he said to them, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. I have come to call not the righteous, but sinners." When Jesus heard this, he said to them, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. I have come to call not the righteous, but sinners." Here we have the call of Levi, and it is believed that Levi in the Gospel of Mark is Matthew in the other Gospels. The call of Levi the tax collector. And here we have again another encounter of God entering into the life of man and drawing him into his service. But here we see a particular element of the heart of God, that he is with people that were rejected by the faithful Jewish, by the righteous people, these tax collectors and sinners, these people who were shunned, were rejected from society. Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. Again, we have Jesus encountering our poverty. I have come to call not the righteous, but sinners. That the Lord enters into our life, enters into our poverty, so that he can be our riches, that he can be our heart's greatest delight. This is what it means to be poor in spirit, that nothing else on this world can satisfy, but we have open hands to receive what is true wealth, what is true treasure. And that, of course, is God. That is Jesus himself. How every day he comes to encounter us in our poverty through the word. He comes to us waiting for us to receive him in the Eucharist. He makes himself a prisoner of love in every single church, waiting for you. So I will pray for you this day that it may be a day that your eyes are opened to how the Lord encounters you, how he meets you in your poverty, and wishes to pour forth true life, true treasure into your open hands. God bless you. Have a great day.